Arsenal have rejected the loan request from West Ham United for Emile Rowe, and they intend to keep the player at the Emirates, according to Fabrizio Romano and some other media outlets. So, what does that mean for Arsenal, and more importantly, what does that mean for Emile Rowe? Let's discuss. But before we start, like always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. When they asked Thierry Henry in 2021 to share his thoughts on the incoming wave of Highland players and who impressed him the most so far, this is what he said. For me, the two kids, especially for the academy and what it represents, it's contagious. Bukayo Saka and Emile Rowe. We need that at Arsenal. I hope the people of the club know who they're playing for, and where I can relate and identify myself with this team is with Bukayo Saka and Emile Rowe, because I can see on their forehead that it is written Arsenal Football Club. I can see how they talk, see how they run, see how they battle even when they miss something, even if they score or they don't score. I can see it is written Arsenal Football Club. And honestly, if you asked me 2 years ago, who is the biggest talent that came out of the Highland Academy in these past few years, I would tell you Emile Rowe, 100%. For me, talent-wise, he is the best product of the academy since Jack Wilshere, no doubt about that. So where did it all go wrong? 3 years later from that interview, Bukayo Saka became the focal point of this Arsenal squad. He became one of the best players in the world in his position, and he is still getting better and better every single year. As for Emile Rowe, well, we could say he's been stagnating for these past 3 years, and his future at Arsenal is still uncertain. I made a video called What Actually Happened to Emile Rowe a few weeks ago, where I went into detail year by year and tried to explain the whole timeline of his career and where it all went downhill for him. So if you haven't already, feel free to check it out. I'll leave a link in the comments. Because of that, I won't be going into all the details and everything that happened to him during these past few years, injuries, form, losing his place in the squad, etc. Instead, today, my focus is on his current situation at Arsenal and what can we expect from him in the upcoming months. Obviously, we all know about his struggles with injuries. He was in the starting lineup against Sheffield United at the end of October. And believe it or not, that was his first Premier League start in 524 days. To understand how long Rowe has been here at Arsenal, just listen to this. Rowe made his debut for Arsenal on September 20th, 2018 against Vorska Poltava in the UEFA Europa League, coming on as a second-half substitute for Alex Iwobi. More than 5 years ago. He made his debut for Arsenal 5 years ago. Let that sink in. There were a lot of rumors and stories that came out in these past few months that Mikel Arteta and Arsenal are prepared to let Emile Rowe go on a loan, or possibly even to sell him on a permanent transfer, because they lost faith in him and they didn't consider him to be an important piece for their future. Obviously, that wasn't true. We knew about the Aston Villa and West Ham interest for quite some time now, but we can say now it's official, Arsenal are not interested in letting him walk away, and they will turn down all potential offers for him. My question is, what does that mean? Exactly, like, what does that mean? Does that mean that now, when he's healthy and he recovered from all those injuries, that now Arteta will finally give him a fair chance? And I'm not talking about putting him on the pitch for the last 5, 6, 7 minutes, like he usually does, but to give him a proper chance, to give him a run of games from the start, to see if he's still the same player he once was, and more importantly, if those injuries are still going to cause him problems, or is he finally fit and ready to play? When the reporters asked Mikel Arteta a few days ago, what is his plan for Emile Rowe? This is what he said. I'm really happy with Emile. He's on the right trajectory now. He's settled and he's training really well. You know that I'm not going to talk about any individual situation. No change. Emile is Emile. He got incredible qualities. We are really happy to have him. And what he needs now is chances to put all those desired qualities on the pitch. In order to do that, we have to give him minutes. So, judging by his latest comments, he indeed plans to give ESR a chance for the rest of this season. But like I said, I really hope that he will give him a fair chance. I've been saying this for these past few months, but I'm gonna say it again. When healthy and clear to play, Emile Rowe is 5 times the player Kai Havertz is. And I'm not saying that to bash Kai Havertz, no offense to him, but that's the truth. I mean, Kai Havertz has been okay lately for us. He puts a really good performance every couple of weeks. But overall, talent-wise, skill-wise, potential-wise, healthy Emile Rowe is miles ahead of him. Smith Rowe has a contract with Arsenal till summer 2026, so obviously there is no fear of losing him for nothing. But also, it's important that we don't get dragged into a situation when he has 12 months left on his contract, and his value could be much lower due to that, if it even comes to that. So, knowing that he has a contract till 2026, I think next 12 months are crucial for him. Second half of this season and first half of next season. I don't think whatever happens in the next few months that Arsenal would be interested in selling him in the summer. I think Arteta wants to give him a chance, and unless some bad injury happens, God forbid, and Arteta decides that it's time to go, I think he will stay here for the next 12 to 16 months to try and earn his place back. That's from Arsenal's perspective. What I think Mikel Arteta plans to do with him and the club. From Emile Smith Rowe's perspective, well, if he continues to get 5 to 10 to 15 minutes a game till the end of this season, if he stays healthy obviously, well then I think questions will be asked in the summer. And as much as he loves the club, he's Haaland, he's one of us, but I wouldn't be surprised if he starts questioning his future here, if his game time doesn't improve in the next 5 months or so. That's just my prediction, my opinion, how I think it will go down, and what both sides are thinking currently. Of course, I might be totally wrong, but yeah, these are just my thoughts. Smith Rowe will turn 24 this summer. He's not that 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid anymore who will just patiently sit on the bench and wait for his chance. And if Mikel Arteta doesn't offer him some kind of a guarantee for the future regarding his game time, I seriously wouldn't be surprised if he starts exploring his options in the summer. It's a shame how it all turned out for him so far in his career. I know it's hard to expect that the things would improve for him overnight and that he could somehow magically turn this situation around and start playing the best football of his career. No one would be happier than me if that happens. But also, I have to be realistic. This is football, and in football, things often don't go your way. We've been through this with Jack Wilshere, and I would hate for Emile Smith Rowe if history repeats again, and he starts having those same problems that Jack had. But, like they all say, today's football is strictly business, and there is no place for emotions. I'm sad in some way, because I watched Emile Smith Rowe's entire journey from 2018 till today, and I was convinced that he would be the best of that entire generation. But unfortunately, fate obviously didn't have that plan, judging by this current situation. So Gunners, tell me, what are your thoughts? What should Arsenal do with Emile Smith Rowe? Write down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear you out. Thank you all for watching, thank you for joining in, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.